You know, one of the things I don't like, or one of the sayings, I should say, is fake it to make it. I've heard this phrase in my life from people that, to be honest, I was disappointed in hearing that. My dad, whatever. But as I've gone through life, as I've gone through many changes in my character, I find myself engaging in conversation that, in all the stories that I tell, most people only want to talk about negative stuff. Most people don't really have nothing going on in their head, in their conscience, in their spirit that is worth talking about extensively. What am I talking about? Well, when I go to work, I understand that at work, most people at work are not deep thinkers. Most people at work are barely making it through life when it comes to understanding and knowing. And being that they're barely making it, I've had to understand over the years how to show these people mercy. That sometimes plays in my favor, that sometimes plays against me. You have people that say, CJ, you need to smile more, man. Hey, CJ, man, stop being so negative. CJ, why don't you try, really just smile more, CJ. Why don't you try that, man? Life will be a lot better for you. And since I have been on a spiritual path going on now, I believe 7 years, someone who goes all back to me being a kid, and in my life having other people dictate to me how I should feel, going back to when I was in school and I had failing grades, and my parents telling me, you don't care about your grades, you up there trying to make people laugh, you being a class clown, you want to be this or whatever the case may be, right? I've always you know how my roommate, he would compare himself to the rapper Zero. Oh, I'm Zero, I don't need nobody. When you are the last person that lives a life anything like a zero. I don't believe this guy for 1 second wants to be liked. Nobody wants to be liked. But you live a life that is focused on trying to right a lot of the wrongs that you've had in your life, you tend to be tunnel vision. You tend to not really give a damn about what people are thinking and saying and wanting you to think, and how they want you to feel and whatever. When I was when I reached a certain grade in a certain point in my life where I got sick and tired of my own parents telling me I didn't care about my grades, and I told myself as a kid, if I'm crying about something, if I'm emotionally damaged and shook up by something, I care about it. And that was the turning point for me to say, you know what, from now on, I'm not other people dictating my actions. I also went through my run-in with false love in high school. Is another example of I'm not going to let somebody control me with my emotions. So then I become an adult. And I've been at jobs. I worked at a job once where I had a guy say, we don't want him working here because he's just negative. This was he was a corporate guy, I guess, or whatever, a little short Mexican faggot. And he comes in and everybody, see, I used to operate like this when I was a kid in school. I don't care who's in the building. My job is to act even better when the original person's not in the building, let alone act like a fool when we have somebody of importance coming in. I used to tell people, when corporate comes in, don't you come over here trying to tell me to clean this and wipe behind this and do this. We're supposed to be doing this stuff from day one. You understand me? We're supposed to be doing this from day one. And the fact that you want to make my shift harder because of something you have not been doing from the beginning, that's not going to run with me. So when the big boss come in and everybody starts to, oh, no, hey, oh, whoa, hey, whoa, hey, that's not Charles. Charles don't operate that way. Charles don't operate that way. And some people will say, well, see, that's your problem right there. There's your problem right there. You don't want to submit to authority. That might be the case. But I have a huge problem with faking and fronting and carrying on conversation with people that I know is negative and it's getting us nowhere. Now, what prompted me to say this was, I'm at work, right? And I've told you guys about the guy named Caesar. Now, Caesar is one of these guys that is the reason I'm making this video. The guy sits there. Yesterday, we had to do some videos. And we had to do some training over at Domino's. And he's, man, she want me to go, bro, but bro, you tripping. See, I'm the reason. And I'm like, dog. And I'm very proud of myself, you guys, because the ability to fake it, I have done an exemplary job. And a lot of that has to do with my health. A lot of it has to do with the fact that I'm able to keep migraines away. I'm able to produce more serotonin when I'm asleep, so I wake up happier, more in the mood to do shit. And in critical times in my workday, I'm having an attitude that, to be quite frankly, I am surprised. I'm shocked at myself at the amount of patience I'm able to have in some cases where I know that I'm about to explode. A lot of that has to do with going to the gym, exercising. Me going to the gym and exercising, of course, affects your mood. And the supplements that I take that give me a lot more stamina out of my muscles, because as you guys know, I'm somebody who has suffered from chronic, just really bad migraines, and I believe it to be from smoking. And over the years, I've taken so much medicine, self-experimenting and so on and so forth, that I have torn up my digestive system. And it has made it very hard for me to really have any type of progression with my muscle structure on my body and stuff. So I've spent a lot of years having just an extremely amount of low energy. But then I combined that with learning things and coming into the knowledge, it really does kind of give you tunnel vision, where you spend more time listening than talking. You spend more time watching than engaging. And so that happened during my spiritual awakening, where I just naturally became quieter, more observant, more self-meditative and self-reflective, trying to find out what can I do to get better as a man, as a human being, as a spiritual person. What can I do? And when you combine that with headaches, you look at the face of a person like that and you'll automatically say, like, man, that dude looks pissed. He looks mad. He looks angry. He don't look like he's in the mood. I got that. I've been getting that most of my life. As frustrating as it can be. But I brought all that up to say this. When I'm talking to this guy at work, bro, I don't want to sit up there and just complain about stuff that's not worth complaining about, because it's really not. But the fact that he has nothing going on, you know, we got a new girl up at the job, right? Tell me why this dude, I can't stand more than a guy, especially a brother, that comes to work and you think you done came to South by Southwest or something, and you should have seen what this dude came to work in, y'all. I think this nigga had on some Huaraches or some shit. I don't know the name of them daggone shoes. But he come up here looking just super fly, and I think he was trying to put on for that female. I could be wrong, man. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But that's the image you gave off to me, like, dude, why are you coming into work all blinged out? Like, who the fuck is in here to be looking like that for? Maybe he just like to look like that, CJ. Dang. Maybe he just want to look like that. Hey, look, that could be true, bro. I hope I'm wrong. But you're constantly looking like an ass trying to stand on stage with me, per se. We're not the same intellectually. And now, instead of I have to talk down to you, dog. Because if I get to talking about spiritual shit, and when I say spiritual shit, that might mean something like, when I told him, I said, hey man, we got this girl here, so on and so forth, man, she look good, so on and so. He's like, yeah, man, you know, I was talking to him, and he's friendly like that. Like, he want to talk to everybody. He's that guy. Like, you're not gonna walk around there and not speak to Caesar. And so he walk around, he's like, yeah, man, I spoke to her and stuff like that. She say that she go home and drink and all of that, but she's still young. And I was like, oh, well, that explains the back fat. That's what I told. I said, that explains all that back fat she got. And he was like, yeah. And I'm like, nigga, you have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? I said, you have no idea. And I didn't tell him that, but I was like, this nigga don't know anything. He don't know what I'm talking about. And those are just, I could just go off on a tangent just on that. Like, okay, so you going home, you drinking. And I told one of the young niggas, I said, hey, bro, I said, it ain't gonna be a matter of a long time before this girl end up pregnant. This girl gonna end up pregnant. She gonna take off work, and we already gonna know what time it is. Now, I don't want that for the chick, but you 16, 17, however old you are, and you drinking, I don't know about that one. But that's what prompted me to say all of this was, dog, if you gonna talk to me, my nigga, don't be talking to me about no, man, Janet want me to leave, bro. It's like, I'm not even on the clock, bro. Like, leave me alone, my nigga, for real. Like, she really want me out this bitch. And I'm like, bro, Janet is, and I'm thinking to myself, like, this woman is not worried about you, boy. And even if she is worried about you, it's because, like, you just, like, she wants to know, she can sense something in the building ain't right when it comes to, like, somebody may be saying something about her or something like that. So it's almost like this is an old ass lady who's trying to eavesdrop and trying to find, trying to overhear somebody saying something. And she's kind of getting a hint of, like, I wouldn't be surprised if Caesar and Africa are talking about me. So a lot of times she come to the back and she got her eyebrow raised, like, what the fuck could y'all be talking about? And, like, you know, a lot of times Caesar be off the clock and it's like, why are you still here? What are you talking about? You know, like, go outside with that shit. But yeah, man, more times than not, I'm having to engage in this type of nonsense ass conversation. And I told y'all, every job that I've worked, there's always people that I come across that have nothing going on, nothing at all. So the first thing that draws them is just, hey man, I just gotta be negative. Fuck it. I gotta be as negative as possible. I gotta talk about somebody because I know that's what get people going. That shit don't get me going. I don't like talking about people. I don't. Because if I'm gonna talk about you, I'm gonna go in on your ass in a way that you gonna beg me to get off of it. So, let y'all know about some more shit with Caesar. And, like, again, like, I don't engage in that small talk, my nigga. Talking about, man, you're like, shit, maybe we was talking about something. He was talking about maybe she'll let us fuck together. And I'm thinking, like, you one of them niggas, huh? Boy, I did that when I was 17 years old. I will never have sex with another man and a female in my life. Hell wrong with you, little boy. Hell wrong with you. But you one of these little city boy degenerates who still think running trains and shit is cool. Man, that shit is lame and gross. You know what I'm talking about? So, I'm out. Like, share, subscribe, bro. I'm out.